Hello, I'm going to talk about this. If you're going to be dumb when you're young, you're going to be dumb and stupid when you're old. You really are. I mean, for example, if you don't learn how to cook when you're young, when you're old, you're not going to know how to cook, and you're going to depend on other people to prepare your food. Or you're going to be ordering food from a restaurant all the time. If you're dumb when you're young, you're going to be dumb and stupid when you're old. I've seen it too often. You know, I saw it in my own relatives as they age. They didn't do any probably halfway cooking when they were young. They did not knit, crochet, create anything, quilts, nothing. And so when they got old, they didn't do nothing but talk about sex and run and gossip. And you talk about something is abhorrent is when you see an old person talk about sex. It's really abhorrent, y'all. So if you don't have any hobbies when you're young, if you don't have anything to keep your mind and your body and your fingers busy when you're young, you're not gonna do that when you're old. Okay, you're just gonna be idle, an idle old person. Contrast that to the Appalachian women; they still making quilts and knitting and crocheting in their old age, and they still cooking for their grandchildren in their old age. Okay. But look, old people who are very idle, all they do is talk dirty. I mean, I've seen it too often. I saw it in my own family. There was this person in my family. When she was young, she was a thief, stealing jewelry from relatives' houses. When she got old, she was a thief. Except this time, she stole life insurance policy of people who were on their deathbed. So she was a thief when she was young. She was a thief when she was old. I didn't even see her do any kind of hobbies. I didn't see her knit, crochet, no kind of hobby to keep her business, just a street life, for want of a better word, okay? Black men have a problem with idleness, okay? I remember I drove in the country and I stopped by a convenience store. It's two stupid black men sitting in front of a convenience store, just doing nothing, but just watching the traffic. And when you're in the country, there's a lot you can do. You can plant a garden, plant some pumpkin, watermelon, or squash. You can do something. Besides, look at everything else. Look at the world go by. But black men have that problem. I remember at a Mexican restaurant had just opened. What do black men do? Park in front of the store and just sit there and look the crap. Just pitiful. Find something to do. Okay, black men have a problem. You stand on the corner and do nothing when you're young. You stand on the corner and do nothing when you're old. Bye. Y'all got to do better. Okay, so I urge you, if you're young, to keep busy. Learn how to cook yourself so that when you get old, you'll know how to cook and feed yourself. Okay, if you don't know anything about money, you're not going to know anything about money when you're old. You don't know what a quarter is when you're young. You're not going to know what a quarter is when you're old. I've seen that happen too. So when old people get a lot of money from insurance, they don't know what to do with the money but spend it. None of them have sense enough to save it because they didn't have any sense enough when they were young. So when they're old, they don't have any sense. So I urge you, young people, younger than I am, study money. Learn how to cook. Get a hobby. Keep yourself busy so that when you old, you can sustain yourself. And another thing, why you keep getting involved with these men who kill you, who hate you enough to kill you? I just don't understand. You know, not just because you get involved with him don't mean you need to be with him. It's just so many black women getting killed by these men who all they want to do is harm them. Okay, look, keep busy. You don't need to be old and talk foolish and act foolish. Okay, learn how to cook when you're young. Get some hobbies when you're young, so you can do something, keep yourself busy when you're old, and don't just sit there and gossip all day. Bye.